We love our home, and it needed care. And if you're going to do it, you do it right.
And when the designers from TreHus came in and gave us their first rendition, they didn't really sell us a project. They sold us a vision of a beautiful enhancement to the house.
Our home is one of the most important things in our lives. People think that it would be best to create a design and put that design out for a bid. In their minds, they're thinking, well, we can compare apples to apples and I can get the best price and it'll all be for the same product.
We worked with a couple of architects and did a really full-blown set of drawings, really good detailed drawings, and then started the project with a contractor who was really in over his head. He worked for about 6 months, kind of started some of the demolition and started some of the framing, and really was having trouble reading the drawings and measuring. And then he stopped coming. And this was in about November, and it was starting to get cold, and one half of the house was left open. So we started looking around for somebody else to take over this project. And that's when my husband found Dave Amundson. Once I had a conversation with Dave, I thought, this is probably who we should have started with.
Here we have two people doing the best they could to set the stage for a successful project, and it turned into a horrible nightmare. TreHus was able to come in and we brought that job to completion, done in a timely way. Every year we end up redoing something that somebody else has done.
Even with that detailed set of drawings, because it's a remodeling project, often we'd open up a wall, we'd find something that we hadn't anticipated.
In this project, there was always a partnership between the designer and the builder. So there wasn't anything that designed that couldn't be built, and there wasn't anything built that didn't conform well to what the designer had intended, because they worked as a team.
So that communication can happen all the time. They're in the same office. They can just go and ask somebody, what did you mean by this? And I learned that over the months and months that I worked with the carpenters, that they really were as interested in good design as a designer might be.
We want, whenever possible, for work to have meaning, and wherever possible, we want our workers to be artists. And we want to be agents of beauty and order in all that we do. Any of the folks that are working on these projects, there's something in them that they want to create something.
The process of the designing and the building has to be enjoyable as well.
The process is complex, there's no question about that. It doesn't have to be scary. We allow people to participate in the decision making. And I believe that that can show them their money is being spent wisely. I still believe if we do what we do and we do it well, that we make people happier people, because their living environment is so much more in tune with who they are.
They respected our home.
Everything about the organization was very professional. After 2 years, we still sit back in a different vantage point in the room and look across the way and say, oh, we live here. This is a gorgeous place to live. We honestly get that sensation still.